Thank you. I think I will enjoy myself. This is my favorite track, and I like driving in the rain. So, how's it going, y'all? TK's here, and as you just heard, I love Spa, and I like driving in the rain. So, this should be a good one. This is the round 3 of the GTWS Manufacturers Cup Exhibition Series, or whatever it's called. And it is quite a lot of laps, mostly in the rain, 30 laps to be exact. And just like the Daytona race, I did this one twice. I was able to make both GT1 spots and managed to do one on the TCase account and then really go for it on my PHG account for the final slot. So you're going to take a look and see how my races went. But before that, the reason it took so long to get this video out is I'm using iMovie and learning, and I couldn't get the video to export, and it wasn't an update issue, it wasn't a storage issue, it just kept freezing. And it turns out it's because I had too many fast forwarded clips with audio. So the audio of the fast forwarded clips being compressed like that was causing the iMovie to freeze up and not be able to export. So went back, redid everything, and took out the audio on the fast forwarded bits, and fingers crossed I'm able to export this one. So apologies for how long it took me, but here it is. Sit back and enjoy these races. Keep my stick on the ice. Be sure to skate better. Skate better. Thanks, Steve. Always skate better. Dude, you're the only person I know that says that. I say that all the time. Makes me laugh so hard. Skate better.
Skate better indeed. Getting some encouragement from Chat and Hako here. Ready to go.
Woo, good luck, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful time. Just be chill. I'm loving the flybys that they're doing before these races. They can be without their coach. Guys, I got something important.
So we fast forward, get one position there in turn 1, come to the start of lap 2, and
Oh, there's one NDK.
getting free positions. I'll take all the free positions I can get. Continue on just single file in the rain, staying pretty close to this pack in front, and can see plenty of positions out for the taking.
Oh, he said it. He said it. We all heard it. Beat him on a wheel.
Got another position there. And if you pay attention to the chat, there's some really good banter.
If y'all are enjoying these two excellent drivers going back and forth in the chat, please be sure to hit the like button.
And that banter is between Chris, Hako, and Brittany, aka Foxy Moxie, who did a snow race together one-on-one, and Brittany came out the winner. So they were entertaining me quite a lot in the chat, because so far this race has been pretty boring.
Good.
But it's starting to liven up here as we're able to get by the Corvette and start pursuing that P7 spot. I'm in the 911 Porsche as well as P7 up there, so we're in the same car.
We heard it. She said it.
We got the Corvette still close behind, but it really is looking like I have a bit more pace in the wet.
I wonder if these guys are on the full wets, because all of a sudden, like, I am just all over them. They must be on the wets.
So not sure what tire they're on. I'm on the intermediates. The rain levels in this race kind of would work for either the inters or the wets, but we do know at some point it is going to start drying out, and that's where the intermediates are going to have an advantage. And this Porsche is already good in the wet, being a mid-engine car, so I went with the risk of the intermediate tires, hoping that my skills in the wet would allow me to make some positions as I go for it into Lacombe, but wasn't quite brave enough on the brakes there. That's one of my favorite overtaking spots, and you'll probably see a few more attempts, both successful and unsuccessful, going through there. As we fast forward ahead,
I'm gonna get by this guy.
feel like they're slowing me up a bit, but I just can't quite pull it off. And we'll fast forward a bit more. We're going to go for it again, coming up to Lacombe's lap 7 around the outside. I get it done before we get to the corner, so things are looking good, assuming I don't go too deep. Able to keep it on the track and we get the move done. So up into P7 on lap 7 of 30, and we got to start looking at where the dry line is forming, and we'll skip ahead to lap 8. Again, going into Lacombe, I'm on the inside. Can I be brave on the brakes? Nope, can't quite get it done, and a really great move there.
Messed up Eau Rouge.
Had a slow exit coming out of Eau Rouge, which allowed the Porsche to get that position. And as you can see in the moisture meter there in the bottom left-hand corner, it's starting to dry out. Anything below or in that 1/3 bar range is good enough for slick. So I'm going to take the gamble of boxing early and hope I can stay on the dry line with some racing hard tires.
I'm not gonna fuel because we're gonna have to pit again anyways. Oh, come on. I didn't have time to drink my beer because I had to fix the silly thing and it didn't even fix. Gosh darn it. I tell you what.
So on this outlap, I just need to focus on staying on that racing line. And well, spoiler alert.
I'm not good at following lines. Just ask my elementary school teachers.
Just run wide.
I am just dying.
And it is slippery. It is slippery.
That was terrible.
Fast forward some more. Trying to stay on that line. We got people ahead of me taking their pit stops.
Thanks, RL.
And yep, touched the curb. Went deep. Still safe though. Pick up a penalty. Staying on the line. Doing good. This is GT1, so there is heavy damage, so I really got to think about that as I come up Eau Rouge. Get too much curb, and then, well, you'll see.
Come on. And thanks for the penalty. I needed that. That was stupid.
So we get the penalty, and we get heavy damage.
All me fault.
All on my own. I did it. We got both front wheels and front bumper.
F indeed. Big F.
Fall back into last place. Not ideal in this race. It's a long race to go. We're only on lap 11, but with this damage, I'm going to have to pit again and get it fixed.
Oh, the wheel's shaking. That's some damage.
So you know the damage is bad when the force feedback in the wheel is causing a big vibration. So gonna come in, pit again, no tires, no fuel, just an extra pit stop, and get all that suspension and aero damage fixed, and then go back out and try to stay on the racing line. Hopefully this time I can do a little bit better, but I think this might be my race done after having to take an extra pit stop, because it is gonna rain again at the end of the race and gonna have to pit. As you can see here, lap 19, we got the rain coming. We got some people going ahead and boxing for intermediate tires. I'm going to do the same. So this is my third pit stop of the race. A race where ideally you only pit twice. So here we go again. Slap on the enters. Luckily, we're not in last place anymore. We're in P10. Oh, wait, never mind. Now we're in last place as P10 comes around and we come out. Nope. Are we ahead? We are ahead. So P11 right behind us as we're going to go up Eau Rouge, and really there's nothing I can do here to fight this. I'm coming out on cold enters, and they're already warmed up. Up Eau Rouge, all I can try to do is hang on and maybe hope for some MDKs coming up here in the future, as we're finding much more grip in the wet on these inters than we were with the racing hards. But staying on the back of this Corvette here, hoping we can get some type of move done before the end of the race. It's lap 21 of 30, so there is some time left to make some moves. Really see just how much better the Porsche is in the wet than the Corvette. I drove that Corvette a while back in the rain at Red Bull Ring, and it really is a handful coming out of corners. So I do have the advantage on corner exits, as you saw going through that nice twisty section as we come around to start lap 22. Fast forward again into Lacombe. Like I said, it's a popular overtaking spot. Corvette on the outside. Going to be brave on those brakes and keep the position there. Pleased with that move. Lap 22 of 30, move ahead to lap 23. We're in P9. We got this Lamborghini all over the back of me. They came out of the pits and just like a rocket ship.
That's okay.
Like a rocket ship caught up to me, and the Lambo is also mid-engine. I haven't driven it in the wet, but based on how this driver's driving, it's pretty good. And they definitely are applying the pressure, hoping for a move. We don't have many laps left. I'd like to get a little higher up than P9, but P9 might be where we have to settle. We'll see as we continue on this race. And it just seems like the Lambo is able to be a little bit later on the brakes and get it turned. It's probably a skill issue on my part. But yeah, I was very aware of this Lamborghini just looming in my mirrors as we come around here onto a long kind of straight. And you can see I get a little bit of wheel spin on the exit, and that just invites the Lambo to come in. Now this is a risky spot to go for an overtake, as we are side by side into this almost flat out left-hander, and well, space is given and they brave it.
Right on. Respect right there.
I was pretty impressed with that move.
Took the gamble. You could argue they overtook off the racing line, but nah, good on them. That's a good driver right there.
Yeah, you could tell they just had way more pace than me, but they go deep into turn one, which allows me to get right in behind them, and maybe we can make something happen.
They pushed it too hard. Let's go, MDK.
Turns
the
out
rain takes another one.
Turns out I didn't need to make any moves. I just needed to stay on track. So again, back into P9.
True words. Oh, I did it again. Mother trucker.
And there we go. All I had to do was keep it on the track, and I did exactly what I did earlier in the race, going up Eau Rouge and just losing control. Now, Hako did give me some advice on that, and I didn't follow it, unfortunately.
I didn't even get to finish.
And so the race is over.
Raid.
As the Beehive comes in to chat. Shout out to Brigsby, BHR. And yeah, that was that race.
I got hot last race. Hey, that's me, PHG T-Case.
So we're on to race 2, starting P11, and for some reason it's not giving any throttle.
What the?
So not a great start as we fall back to P13.
What just happened?
And possibly P14.
That was really weird. I'm confused.
So I know what I did
We
wrong
survived and we don't have damage.
in the first race. What I need to
I was
do
like giving it gas, but nothing was happening.
is not crash. Skate better, as some might say. We come into Lacombe, got the Lamborghini on the outside. I'm able to get through. This is still lap 1, very early on. Long race, a lot can happen. I really want to get some good points on this PHG account, and I know I can do it. I know I have the ability to stay on track, to not crash, to not get damaged, and have to take an extra pit stop. As we go on to lap 2, same Lamborghini, trying again on the outside. They're just getting a much better exit out of Eau Rouge, and they get it done. Little tap there from behind. I let up a bit. Luckily, they stay on track. Had they spun, I would have waited for them to keep going. But no harm done, no damage, and we move
I
on.
started on the hards. That's funny.
Somebody started on the wrong
Sorry.
tire. That's a bummer.
Oh, MDK! Oh, I can't wait for the MDK emoji. That was a self-inflicted MDK right there.
So these murder, death, kills are really helping us out in this race as
Or
people
curb inflicted.
touch the curb,
Barry R
and
finished the job.
crash it out. Fast forward some more. Lap 3. Now we're starting to show some pace. Try to get by this Supra on the outside this time of Lacombe. You can see you can get it done in both sides, but I just go a little too deep.
I outbroke myself.
And
That was bold of me.
am unable to get the
Wait that
position.
long to hit the brakes.
Fast forward some more. And much like the first race, it's kind of uneventful. People taking themselves
Only lap
out,
3, that's ridiculous.
but that's about it.
Or start a lap 4. That was only 3 laps. It feels like I guess since I did the race right before this, it feels like it's been a long time already.
Yeah, this race really does take a lot of concentration. As the Supra goes deep, gets a poor exit, and now we're up to P12.
Yes, the Supra's not very fun in the wet.
Go back up Eau Rouge, and we'll skip ahead to lap 8 now. As you can see, it is starting to dry out, and this is the lap I boxed last race. And I had said I wasn't going to box at that early, but I was feeling more confident here. So as I get all over the back of the Mazda and the looks like a Mitsubishi Lancer there, P10 and P11, starting to think, hey, maybe I can do something. And this was at the same point in the race, last race, that I was really picking up the pace compared to some of the other drivers around me. So really want to recover from that start, and the only way to do that is to be bold on your pitch strategy. So starting to think the undercut might be the way to go, and I just have to really trust myself and focus to stay on the dry line on the slick tires. As they go side by side, not ideal there. The Mazda gets the move done on the Lancer as we go into the back straight here.
Well, we'll see what these two do. These two go in, I'll stay out one more.
Thinking about strategy
If
again.
they stay out, I'll go in.
Gonna do the opposite of what they do in front of me, and we get a little tap there.
Well, now I got front bumper damage, because that was stupid.
The front bumper damage seals the deal. I'm gonna go in this lap and risk it.
Yep,
So I'm
going
the
against
first
what I
to
said.
pit
Front bumper damage convinced me.
and gonna try not to crash. No self-inflicted MDKs. A couple other drivers come in, switch over to the racing hards, and we're gonna do that stint starting lap 9 on the racing hards. So just stay on the dry line, don't crash, careful with the curbs, and I think we'll be okay. And we'll fast forward because it's pretty uneventful. Just staying on the racing line, you can see there, gonna get an overtake with the two drivers that were in the pit or in front of me when I pitted.
The right call staying out.
And so boxing one lap early allows for the undercut to succeed.
Boom, undercut, success, baby!
So pleased with my decision. Now we're up into P10 as we skip.
Ooh, MDK! MDK!
Whew.
Please don't unghost at the wrong time.
Got another position from somebody crashing. It is so tricky to stay on this line and not wreck yourself.
Oh, another MDK.
So now we're up into P8.
Yep, don't touch the curb like that. I did that. It is no bueno. Esto no es caca, papi. Coca, papi.
Esta no es Coca Poppy ahead of me in the Lancer. Oh,
I did what Hako said. I did what Hako said and I didn't die!
so I learned my lesson. Learned my lesson there. I did what Hako said and survived. Thanks, Hako, for the tip.
Give it throttle. Otherwise you will die.
So now up into P7, lap 12 of 30. Got a long way to go, but the track is pretty much dry.
One.
Now up into P6.
All right, Travis, don't follow suit. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? We swim. Ooh, 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 ooh. Taco beer.
Starting to really feel myself in this race. I think my confidence was up. I know the track well. Done the race once before. And we'll skip ahead to lap 19 where I come in for a new set of enters. You can see it is raining out there. Slap these enters on for till the end of the race and hopefully hold on to this P6, potentially move up a position or two. We'll have to wait and see as we're going to start lap 20 on some intermediate tires. Nice and wet, windshield wiper going. Gonna adjust my settings here, brake balance a little bit, and be on our way. And just so much grip on these intermediates. Skip ahead to lap 30, and what do you know? Managed to hold on to my P6. Coming in, falling
P6,
back to the
I'll
back.
take it. That was a good race. That was a good race. I'm happy with that. Happy with that. So I moved up 5 positions. Happy with that. Happy with that. So there you have it. Those are my 2 races. Really pleased with the progress I made in that last race. I actually listened to what Hako said, and it paid off for me big time as I didn't have any major accidents there in the last race. Finished P6, got some good points for the PHG crew, and really happy with that. Next race coming up will be the Brazil race. I only got one opportunity to do that one, so I'm going to start working on that video so I can get it put out here in the near future. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing. You can also become a channel member as well and help support the channel. But please do maybe make a comment down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. Until the next one, I'm T-Case, and I'll catch y'all later.